Liberalism. Let's begin with liberalism, not the political party, but the philosophy. Liberalism came out of the Enlightenment era and focuses on the rights of the individual. It believes in personal freedom, civil liberties, free speech, democracy, and a government that serves the people, not controls them. Modern liberals support things like social justice, environmental protection, equal rights, and programs to help the disadvantaged. They often see the government as a tool for good, to level the playing field. If you believe everyone deserves equal opportunity and that progress requires reform, you may lean liberal.
Next is conservatism. Conservatives prioritize order, stability, and traditional values. They often argue that the systems and customs that lasted centuries should be preserved unless there's a strong reason to change them. Conservatives often support free markets, religious values, strong national defense, and personal responsibility. While they may agree with liberals on limited government, they usually want to maintain the social fabric, family, religion, and cultural identity. If liberalism says, let's improve, conservatism replies, let's preserve.
Socialism.
Socialism is all about fairness in economics. It asks, what happens when a few get rich and many get left behind? Socialists believe that the government should step in to redistribute wealth and make sure everyone has access to basics like healthcare, education, housing, and jobs. It doesn't mean getting rid of capitalism entirely. Many modern socialist systems still have markets, just with stronger public safety nets. Think of socialism as a society that values equity as much as freedom, where no one gets too far ahead and no one is left too far behind. Communism is like socialism turned up to 11. It calls for the complete abolition of private property and the state owning all means of production. Everyone works for the common good and everyone shares the output. The idea is to eliminate class divisions and create total equality. But in practice, many communist regimes like those in the Soviet Union and North Korea became authoritarian with limited freedoms and widespread poverty. Communism dreams of utopia, but has often led to dystopia.
Capitalism. Capitalism is the engine behind most global economies today. Says individuals and businesses should own things, not the government. You create, sell, earn, and compete in a free market. In capitalism, profit drives innovation, it rewards risk takers, and gives consumers choice. But critics warn of downsides like worker exploitation, huge wealth gaps, and market crashes. Supporters argue it has lifted more people out of poverty than any system in history. It's a system of winners and losers, and its biggest challenge is how to make sure the game stays fair. Libertarianism. Libertarianism takes the freedom of liberalism and pushes it to the max. Libertarians want a government so small you barely notice it. They believe in free markets, private property, and individual choice. To a libertarian, the only job of government is to protect rights, not to tell people how to live. That means no government-funded healthcare, no business regulations, and certainly no surveillance. They love liberty, but face criticism for ignoring systemic inequality or public needs. In a world full of problems, can just freedom really solve everything?
Fascism. Fascism is authoritarianism with a nationalist twist. It says the nation, often defined by race, culture, or heritage, must be protected at all costs. Fascist leaders demand total loyalty, suppress dissent, and use propaganda to control the masses. Individual freedom disappears, the state becomes everything. Think Mussolini's Italy or Nazi Germany. Fascism thrives in times of fear and crisis when people trade liberty for the illusion of strength. It's a warning from history that power, unchecked, can destroy everything.
Anarchism. Anarchism challenges the whole system. It asks, why do we need rulers at all? Anarchists believe people can live together without coercion through voluntary communities, mutual aid, and direct democracy. It's not about chaos, it's about self-governance. But anarchism is hard to scale. Without law enforcement or hierarchy, how do you resolve conflict? Many attempts collapse into disorder. But the dream of radical freedom lives on. Centrism. Centrism says maybe the best ideas come from both sides. Centrists want compromise, evidence-based policy, and stability. They might support liberal social policies, but conservative economics, or the reverse.
They believe extremes lead to division, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. But centrists often face criticism for playing it too safe, avoiding strong positions, or just trying to please everyone. Still, in a polarized world, centrism may be the only bridge left.